Lake to Lake, a show about our beautiful city of Bellevue. I'm Robin Steele Hasseth. Today on Lake to Lake, learn about a wonderful new downtown sculpture exhibition and art walk, the recent move of Bellevue's oldest structure, the promotion of some of Bellevue's finest, great news for Highland Village residents, and helpful home composting tips from the experts at Seattle Tilth. In recent weeks, you may have noticed a few large art pieces around the city, but did you know that there are 32 sculptures located throughout downtown? They're all part of the biannual Sculpture and Art Walk exhibition called Bellwether 2016.
So the Bellwether Exhibition and Art Walk is a biennial sculpture show in downtown Bellevue, and it runs through October 9th. If you come and experience the art walk, which begins at Bellevue City Hall and runs through the pedestrian corridor into downtown park, you'll see 32 artworks from artists from around the world. And all these artworks were selected around a theme, and the theme was confluence. And what our panel and our arts commission were really interested in is artworks and artists who are bringing disparate ideas and people together. Starting at City Hall, we have a really exciting installation by an artist by the name of John Fleming. And John Fleming is an environmental artist, and he did a special project with the Teen Advisory Committee at the Bellevue Art Museum. So it's a collaborative project between John and I think 12 teens. There are a number of artworks in Bellwether that are interactive. One is a piece called Reunion in the downtown park, and it looks like a deck and it has seats. And so far we've been able to program music concerts and dance, but also when there's not a formal program going on, it invites people to come together and perhaps strike up a conversation. So to really animate this theme of confluence, which again is about bringing people and ideas together, something that we've never done before is that we're going to be hosting art walk events on the first Friday of the month in September and in October. And between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. we'll have performances and poetry readings and temporary art installations along the exhibition route from City Hall all the way down to downtown park. For more information about Bellwether, you can visit our website, and that's www.bellevuewa.gov/2016 Bellwether. And there you can find information about the artists on display, about upcoming art walks, as well as information on scheduling tours and our story app. So if you want to see some really compelling artwork by artists from around the world who have created artwork designed to bring people together, just come on down.
Next, just a few days ago in the middle of the night, the city's oldest structure took a ride through downtown Bellevue. As Heather Trescas of the Eastside Heritage Center explains, the structure now has a new home at Chisholm Beach Park.
Today we are on site moving the historic Burrows Cabin, originally built in 1883 by Albert Burrows, who was a Civil War veteran and a Bellevue pioneer. The Burrows family were involved in building Bellevue's first school, and Calanthea Burrows, who was the daughter of Albert Burrows, was Bellevue's very first school teacher. We are preparing the cabin to move back close to its original location in Chisholm Park. The Burrows Cabin is Bellevue's oldest structure. It was very important to us, Eastside Heritage Center, as well as the city of Bellevue, and the family that owned the property, to see this cabin preserved by moving it to a public park in a beautiful setting overlooking Lake Washington for public programming, perhaps special events, and really put Bellevue's history in front of our community.
Last month was a special one for the police department. A ceremony was held for 9 Bellevue police officers who were promoted to higher ranks. 2 were promoted to corporal, 3 to sergeant, and 2 to captain. In addition, Pat Arpin was appointed to serve as Bellevue's new deputy police chief. Mayor John Stokes and Chief Milet honor the recipients and share their gratitude for the great work our police officers do to keep Bellevue safe.
Major Arbin is a very analytical individual that's passionate about this organization and its members. He brings stability to the position and tremendous strong leadership. And as the department continues to move forward, my plan is, he knows it, I told him even before he accepted it, I'm taking all of operations and saying, here you go, buddy, you got it. And then I'm gonna go start doing the things that the chief of police historically will be doing. And I promise you it is really work.
I think we frankly have the finest police force in the country. And I know that it's one of the best, if not the best, in terms of really believing in protecting and serving. This is one of the best places to live in the country, and one of the reasons because it's safe. And because we have police who are citizens and policemen at the same time, policewomen at the same time.
Sergeant, Lieutenant Sergeant, Captain, Major, Chiefy, all right.
Recently, tenants living in one of the city's last affordable housing complexes received word that they would need to move out to make room for a new townhouse development.
I was feeling a lot of loss, a lot of sadness, because I've lived here for 26 years, so there's a lot of memories. So we've created a community here, and so there was a sadness, you know, when we knew that we would all be leaving and it would be no more.
Reporter Heather Graff shared their story on King 5 TV.
The Highland Village apartments off Northeast 8th Street were slated for redevelopment that would have forced out the low-income families who call it home. King 5's Heather Graff is live at 10 with the elated reaction to today's surprise announcement.
Well, this all happened so quickly that signs announcing that proposed redevelopment are still here. But as of today, the redevelopment is no longer taking place. And here's a look at what happened when neighbors here heard the good news. If you ever wondered what true joy looks like and sounds like, it's this.
So happy.
Everywhere you turn.
Where is your mom? I have news.
On Friday evening at the Highland Village apartments.
Muy felices.
She's happy now.
Happiness and hugs in this mostly Hispanic community. And there's no translation needed to understand. Reina Largo and her neighbors are celebrating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
We heard over and over.
Thank you so much.
From the nearly 80 low-income families whose homes here had been slated for redevelopment, leaving them essentially nowhere else to live in Bellevue. Until today.
Well, I am here today to say that your neighborhood is saved. Nobody has to move.
The official announcement came from Representative Joan McBride on behalf of the city of Bellevue and a long list of stakeholders who stepped in to save one of the last affordable housing options in this area. Highland Village will now be bought by the King County Housing Authority. Rent will stay the same.
My heart.
And most importantly, no one will have to find a new home.
This is Merry Christmas. This is Merry Christmas. I love it. Yeah.
And you can see here the plan was to turn this place into 87 brand new townhomes. But we're told even the developer changed his mind in response to community concerns, prompting city leaders to call this an unprecedented agreement in favor of affordable housing. We're live tonight in Bellevue. Heather Graff, King 5 News.
Well, the thing that was most unique to me was to be able to see how government and the community could come together and work together, and in a very short amount of time.
We got stronger as a whole, and I think that's what's good about it, that we can hear everybody's voices.
Great news for those residents. Next, have you ever wanted to start composting your food or yard waste at home but don't know where to start? We recently attended a workshop hosted by Seattle Tilth at the Bellevue Botanical Garden and wanted to share a few of their helpful tips to get you started.
So composting food waste. So the systems will be different. And it can be as easy as literally digging a hole and putting it in the ground. So burying food scraps is a totally legitimate way to compost your food scraps. You just want to make sure that you're digging the hole deep enough. And I think it tells you how in here. I think it's recommended to do like at least a foot down. Or that like when you put, it may say 1.5 feet in there, but when you dig your trench or your hole, that the top of the food waste, so however high you fill that hole, should be at least a foot down. And that's just so that the rats and the critters, the burrowers that are gonna come looking for that stuff, about a foot down is like, they're probably not gonna, like, that's enough where they probably won't smell it. You're not gonna put pet waste in these piles. So there's a difference between like animal manure and pet waste, like dog and cat poop. And really the difference is kind of the pathogen load that those poops are gonna carry. So chickens will have much less. Dogs and cats, like all kinds of crazy stuff going on in there. Chicken manure, I mean, you're still gonna compost it before you put it into your garden because there may be a little bit of pathogen load. The compost pile hopefully will take care of that. But with cat and dog poop, weird stuff. Especially when you talk about cats and toxoplasmosis and how the pregnant lady shouldn't be touching it. There's a reason for that.
The Bellevue Botanical Garden and Seattle Tilth offer gardening workshops on a variety of topics. To register and for more information, visit bellevuebotanical.org or seattletilth.org. Now here are some fun upcoming events. On September 10th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., celebrate back to school and our area's rich blueberry harvest at the Lake Hills Blueberry Festival at Lake Hills Elementary School. The event is free for all ages and brings together Lake Hills Elementary, wraparound services, and the broader community for a day of celebration. For more information, call 425-456-5312. On September 13th from 2 to 4 p.m., dance to the sound of swing at the North Bellevue Community Center. The event is for adults ages 18 and up. The cost is $3 per person and pre-registration is not required. For more information, call 425-452-7681. On September 24th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, join Bellevue Park Rangers and enjoy the Coal Creek Park Hike. Meet at the Cinder Mine Trailhead and discover Bellevue's largest park, rich in history and wildlife. All ages are welcome on this moderately challenging 5-mile hike. The event is free and pre-registration is not required. For more information, call 425-452-4195. On September 30th from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., Casper Baby Pants will perform at the South Bellevue Community Center in a show for children of all ages and their parents. Following the show, everyone is encouraged to stay and play in the indoor play program. Tickets are $4 to $5. For more information, call 425-452-4240. And on October 1st from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., bring your family to the annual Kelsey Creek Farm Fair. Enjoy live entertainment, heritage demonstrations, tractor-pulled wagon rides, and plenty of pumpkins to decorate. Admission is free and costs vary for food and some activities. For more information, call 425-452-7688. That's our show featuring a few of the many reasons Bellevue is the city where you want to be. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you have feedback or questions, please email us anytime at btv@bellevuewa.gov. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest video content. I'm Robin Steele Hasseth. Thanks for watching Lake to Lake.